Evening all, how are we doing? We are functional. Something vaguely resembling functional, anyway. Ah, happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a good week. Didn't go quite the way I was hoping it would, but could have been worse as well. How are we all doing? Everybody's had a decent day? Mine's been okay. Bunch of stuff that I wanted to do that I didn't, and a bunch of other stuff that I needed to do that I did, and blah blah blah. Not too bad. I've actually got a decent amount of footage available for best builds video now. Videos, I should say. I actually got some sort of tentpole ones, maybe. I need, like, you know, candidates for thumbnails and stuff like that. That's the biggest difficulty. Getting stuff that's got some cool stuff to look at is not too bad. Getting stuff that's like, oh, this is the one for the thumbnail, that's harder. Because not only do you need a good camp, it needs to be of a certain compact size to fit in the picture. And be clear for a picture, and you need to be daylight and good weather, so you need a lot of boxes checked for it to actually work, and that can be bloody annoying. And there were a couple that were really good that I've seen in the last couple of days that I wanted to show off, but it was like 4 in the morning in game time or something. I was like, well, that's not too bad, that's like 20 minutes or less than 20 minutes, and the clock will tick around, the sun will come up in game, and I'll be able to show it with some good footage. And then, you know, you blink and it gets replaced, like that gets swapped out and replaced with something that's fucking garbage. It happened to be at least twice in the last couple of days, and I was fuming about it. I waited 20 minutes so that I could actually get this really good camp on for a video, and then it gets fucking swapped out with a shoebox with some fucking second-hand toilet paper in it. Yeah, anyway, I was a bit annoyed. Still, we get there in the end, or we get part way there in the end or something. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Evening, Cal, evening, Tango. Just caught my sleeve on the armrest, that was not the plan. So, we are going back to a Tainted Grail today, and if I understand it correctly, going to attempt to fight God. Because that couldn't possibly go wrong, could it? I've been trying to clean the bathroom. Yeah, it's not fun. I need to repaint that one at some point, but I've been meaning to do it for a very long time and I haven't got around to it. I've got the paint, but it's going to be a ball ache to do because I also need to paint the ceiling, and for fuck's sake, that's going to be a drag. What I need to do is buy a long-handled roller, really, don't I? But, you know. I'm clicking. Okay, there we go. We've finally got some life. Alakazam. Eventually. OBS like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be doing something. I know the feeling. Anyway, oh yes, in case you're wondering, this is today's beverage. Hashtag not sponsored by Guinness. Oh, the camera's backwards, so that's not going to help you. But yes, it is level up day, so you know, I'm having beer. Seems appropriate. That's what I want. Come on, brain. We're through the first one, and I'm already like, I think it's just one of those. In fact, I don't know exactly what's going on. My brain is all over the place because I didn't sleep very well last night. Took me a while to get to sleep, and then I had just odd fucking dreams, and then something else that I have now forgotten, and then the cat jumped on me. Life, eh? Right. Yeah, we got some upgrades to our gear, but I need a whole lot of cash. I need to figure out how to farm up a bunch of cash, so that I can upgrade my armor. Have a look at how things are doing and see what's it's over here, isn't it? Yeah. See what's happening on that front. Because it might be worth doing a little bit of a run around, murking some beasties, and thinking about maybe upgrading things that way. No, we didn't have to do, right? So those are currently sitting at 5. That's not terrible. Those are 3. 2 rather. Could probably do with a bit more. I've got like 100, not even 200. 2 that could do with a bit more really as well. But it's not terrible. Yeah, there's definitely room for a bunch of this to get a buff. I had the cash for it, but I don't. What if I decided to touch relics? That also cost me money to add a relic slot. Okay, so I haven't got enough money for that. Right, so yeah, we really do need to head out and do a bit of inquisition of cash, probably by bonking a load of dudes on the head and taking their stuff. Sitting in for the night. Nice. I'm doing much the same thing. I think before we go and fight a god, we'll, yeah, bonking a few dudes on the head. What I'm going to do... Hum, ho, hum. Would be a good place to hunt dudes down. I think probably I'll go around this way. I think there's going to be a whole lot in there. Was there some undead in here? There was a bit of undead in there that I could hunt down. There's a whole bunch of undead around here that we could go and hunt, so it's probably not a bad idea. And we'll grab their gear and see how we do for cash after that. Now, I came through here yesterday, courtesy of the battle music that decided to play. I got me a copyright claim on the stream. That's a big deal. I was able to sort it out, fortunately, but just hoping it doesn't happen again. Which is particularly annoying in like the fact that I do have the turn off copyright music setting enabled, and yet it does not turn off all the copyright music, so, you know. How very dare. I am the witch and the audacity of this bitch. They don't do very much damage, those guys, to be fair. Oh, that's pretty. Not going to get much of value. Well, actually, you know what? I might get leather, and that might be worth it right there. There we are. Upgrades and such. Turn, horsey, come on. I haven't been all the way down this way, I don't think. I got part way along it and then decided to detour. Gotcha. That was a little bit more dangerous than I wanted it to be there for a minute. That is fine. Ooh, got some cool, actually legendary stuff there. Not here. This is as far as I've come up before. I'll go back and scare him again. Appreciate it if you get in there and whack him with the axe, to be honest, buddy. I mean, right idea. You kind of missed, but it was the right idea. On we go. Moon looks creepy AF. Inked. You. Loads of goodies, which is what we want. Some naked zombie. That looked like a cave entrance, but it wasn't. The moon looks a lot like the indicator for weird power. King Soul power, or whatever you want to call it. Need to go right here. I thought I did. We have a snowy bear. It's also perhaps going to drop venison, because logic. Yep. Does make me laugh, that. Try and tell myself it's because it probably killed and ate a deer, but it doesn't track, does it? Right. What I wanted. What is this? Remains of a house that doesn't look like any house in history. Yet somehow, I'm still sure it was once a house. On we go. Now, our left turn is probably not far away here. Oopsie, on its butt, but it's not dead. Because now I should have plenty of ethereal cobweb from this for it's not the right way. Go around on the right. For upgrading if I need it. Might. Here we are, I think. Apparently I need to be more accurate than that. Yeah, I did notice when I was playing Fallout today, I was having a hard time actually seeing what I was aiming at. I don't know if that's just my advancing age and my eyes not being great, or if that's a Fallout type issue. I feel like that could go either way, really. Level. Must be critical damage. I decided some spirituality was a good way to go for a bit, didn't I? We're going to have a look at some extra critical stuff. So that's yearly for 4% of damage dealt. Increases movement speed, so yeah, we'll do that for now. Especially as pretty much every hit should be a critical with magic now. On we go. Did not leave my horse where I thought I was leaving my horse. Alright, change the plan then. We're going to move him up a little bit. It's a lot of bad guys. Hit as many of them as I can in one go, and then hopefully they won't get to me. It's alright. I'm content with how that particular encounter progressed. Could definitely have been less favourable. Oh. Right, now can I have a drink? Right. That was an ominous sound. I don't see any bad guys. They're on the compass, but I can't see them, so push on as if they're not there. I hope they don't eat my horse while I'm not looking. I didn't clean this place out last time. I just spotted a few dudes near the entrance, so see how it goes this time. Let's deal with this guy. The Barcelak. His spirits at least can pulverize that guy. Just in time. Ice Crusher. Not for crushing ice, I shouldn't think, though. Ugh. Like a crusher made of ice. Look at that. Been quite as exciting as I was hoping. The sun is coming up. Yeah. It's a mixed blessing, really. We should see what's going on a bit better, but slightly fewer goodies when I take out the baddies. Sorted. And on and up. Well, this is the sort of place that'll be a quest to come to eventually, but... Severing Ray. Deal with that. Shoot a single powerful ray. Your energy. If you charge, does more damage as it builds. So that does 275 basic, and then 75 to 111 when charged. Yep, that's doing way more. We've got a new zappy spell. Valdir Stronghold. This has got to be a quest location at some point, hasn't it? Isn't it already? Rainbow. What if I do? I feel like I'll leave the interior. Probably more dudes to slay in there, but more gear to take. But I feel like I'm jumping the gun on a quest that might be better off if I don't jump the gun on it. Hopefully. Suit me. Right. Now, back to the village, I guess. Go that way if I can. That's going to be the play. And then... about Capital Bridge and... I don't think there's much else to do. Ooh, maybe. In terms of harvesting dudes, so I guess we'll go and hit some quests after that. That's probably the play for now. You there? You slightly frosted red cap. Right, I'll just take the cap and leave the take the dagger and leave the tooth. It's not really worthwhile. Ooh. Doesn't look like any of the undead have come back.
You're no match for our band. You're in for a world of
No, it was a battle of the bands.
You're no match for our band.
Yes. Okay. And on we go. That way? Nope, too early. Like a pig's tail. Too early. There we are, that's where I need to be. Not interested to this fellow. He's only got a couple of arrows and lockpicks, but apparently he's got enough cash to buy everything I don't want. It's Crusher. I think I probably do not want to sell all of that. There's my pickaxe. Did I not sell that? No, it looks like I did sell it. I just can't see it. It's very strange. I've still got it. I didn't sell it, apparently. Weird. Very weird indeed. Okay. Rid of those. And we'll have to do some snoozing before I get rid of the stuff to be identified, but it's not so bad. Ooh. I like a sleep's catching up a little bit today. Ooh. I feel like the charge is maybe not that effective. Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel that effective. It's stuck there. Yep. I just wonder more bad guys around there. At least there were the first time. Assume there's a thing to happen here. Can't imagine what though. Right. That's what I'll see. Right, let's head back to Svain village and see if we can't pick a fight with the deity, or begin the process. Oh. Crikey. It was up this way, wasn't it? Which is probably not the most efficient way, but whatever, we'll get there. Yeah. The soothsayer should be inside the entrance to the cave. Ooh, this is spooky. Hmm. Hmm. Yes, we should have a warrior with the spirit of Stagfather contained within him. May or may not be about to break free at any moment. There we go.
The forest whispered, the fire screamed, the bones agreed, and at last, here you are, just in time.
Okay. Just in time, you foresaw that I'd come. You foresaw I'd come.
The horned god told me, before hatred blinded him. He said your paths would cross, that you would bring redemption or ruin.
Hmm. And just in time?
In my dreams, I hear the crack of seals and
Arf,
snapping
arf.
bones. The horned god, cursed with pain and blood, tears at the bonds I used to bind him. The earth trembles with his fury. Can you feel it? Soon, he will break free. And then we shall pay for calling him with blood, not faith.
And on the altar, is that Godry? Yeah.
Yes, Gudry, who took the horned god's fury into himself to save us all. He reached for blood and bone, and let me turn his body and soul into a vessel for the god's essence. I sealed it with wards, like a cage of thorns. But the god's wrath will tear through them, sooner or later. And when that happens, there'll be no saving us.
How exactly did you bind a god inside a man?
If you want to bind a god, you don't choose the method. You use everything. Old songs stolen from the dead, runes slick with black blood, teeth and claws. The horned god in his hate-twisted form was a nightmare that came to devour us all. The finest warriors of the spine, the pride of our tribe, gave their lives on the altar of battle to weaken him.
Ominous. And how did he end up in the village?
My disciples, my sons and daughters, they strayed. After the Gunvalda massacre, I and the others who served the horned god could not bear the shame. We heard our kin cry out and turned our heads. We betrayed our blood. The
Yep.
most devout called upon the old powers, out of grief, out of rage, but without reverence or care. They begged the horned god to come and punish us.
Sounds like you had it coming.
He did. Not as a guardian, not as a spirit of the woods. He came as fury, pain, and slaughter.
Didn't try to stop them. How did they have the knowledge and power to summon a god?
they opened a door, and I gave them the key in the form of songs, rites, and signs.
And you didn't try and stop them?
I didn't think they'd reach so deep into the dark. By the time I saw what they were doing, the earth was already soaked in blood.
Can the Stagfather be stopped?
He cannot be healed. He will not forgive us. But I can try to keep him bound by will, by bone, and by blood.
Why do I have a
To
bad
do
feeling
that,
about this?
I need a fragment of his original self. The first trophy. The skull of the first stag ever hunted and offered in sacrifice to the horned god. It will remind him of who he once was. Bind his essence to the first offering, one made out of reverence, not fear. It may hold him in the unrealm of the hunt, long enough for me to complete the rite that will seal him there.
Sounds great until it goes wrong and he gets loose again. Where can we find the skull?
It's hidden, tied to the places where we once worshipped the horned god. 3 shrines, as old as the forest itself. But now, they must be destroyed. Each one is guarded by a servant of ancient memory. Kill them. Cast down what still remains upon their altars.
Oh, I think I saw one, didn't I?
Once all
In the
3
woods.
fall, the 4th shrine, hidden and forgotten, will reveal itself.
Hmm.
The first trophy waits there.
I'll bring it, show me the way. Did you already send someone to the village? You sure this will work? Did you already send someone from the village?
No, I saw you in the fire and the bones.
Them
Your
bones,
hand
them
upon the
bones.
skull. That's why I waited.
I don't know what you saw, it wasn't me. I'll bring the trophy.
Go, but be warned. The shrines are no longer sacred. They're fouled by hatred, and the guardians who watch over them do not rest. Until we meet again.
That's usually how these things go. Anything else that's cool down here? Oh, load more dark and spooky. Come on, respond then. Right. Back we go. We are looking for these shrines. What's going on here? Yeah, not so bad. A bit tired, but coping. Oh, they're all out there. Okay, I thought they might be a bit spread a bit further out, but they're nearer than I thought. That's a win. Go down there. Ah, that must be turning. Must be turning, really, isn't it? Let's bring this. We lost. Right, we go. Yeah, looks like an angry guardian. Doesn't like fire magic very much, unsurprisingly. Onward, onward. Thought I dodged that. Oh well. Wasn't too bad either. And that away. Suspect the final one will be an interesting fight. In order to reclaim the skull. It's a flesh tree. He's hoping a little fire will... Oh, come on! Dodged out the line there and everything. Don't do anything major to me, that's not the point. Right. A fire golem, huh? That's interesting. See how he does with a little lightning. No, I mean, I ate a little shitbag. Gotcha. I'm not really inclined towards having that right now, I don't think. What I'm going to do, make that. 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 Staying as is, and that's going there as well. And I'll put my healing spell over there. Cool. Remember what's what. The gifts, but we'll see how we do. Yeah, the God's Cure. Final statue is that way. Now, where's my horse? It's dark. You think a big white horse would be standing out somewhere? There it is. Right. Deep in the Wyrdness. Feel like this is the one I found previously. Yeah. That's the first trophy. Head back to Glenna now. Apparently there's a path. The right way? It is. A very clear path, but it's clearer than no path, I suppose. Yeah. Might as well run straight up there. I was going to say let's nap, but it's not really a great deal of point. I think it's going to help me very much. Once I get inside, it'll be more than light enough, won't it? Up and up. Yeah, left. There we go. I'm surprised this is outside the safety zone of the village, though. Let's see. That's everything explored. And then Glenna.
You're here.
I have the first trophy.
I knew you'd succeed. Fire and bone do not lie. There's no time left, child. The horned god is tearing Gudri's body apart, and his fury fills the air. Soon, his essence will break loose and devour everything in its path. I must begin the ritual. But I fear he may be too blinded by rage and pain to see the first trophy as anything more than bone and memory.
So what now? Can I help? Wouldn't it be better just to kill him? Yeah, he's kind of a god. So what now?
Your path leads to the unrealm of the hunt.
Knew it.
There, you'll face the horned god. If you can weaken him, if you can break through the frenzy even for a moment, then the first trophy might reach what's left of his old self.
Didn't you say the unrealm of the hunt was beyond human reach?
Oh, child, we both know you're not entirely human. Your second soul will guide you where others lose their way and perish.
Here's bloody hoping. I should probably speak with Barlam first.
I understand. He's the chieftain after all. But be wary of his words. Whatever is going through your mind right now, there is no other option. We need you and your help. If you need to prepare, go. I'll open the passage for you anyway. But remember, you're not going there to bring death to the horned god.
Is that even a possibility?
Weaken him, then return. That's when the trophy will speak, and I will close the gate behind you. Hopefully, for good.
Sounds suspiciously like I'll be on the wrong side of the gate when it closes.
God does not forgive weakness.
So I'm not going that way. I'm going to go back and go and talk to Barlam first. I think he's going to say kill the horned god, but kill Stagfather, but I don't know. He's a troublesome fellow, the Stagfather, apparently. However, a bit unconvinced that attempting to murder a god is the way forward. I thought it was steps, didn't realise there was a log on a... Where is he? Barlam? Who is in here? Yeah, I thought that was steps. Didn't realise it was a log on Sawhorse, but... Spooky music. Nice place you got here, Chief. There's several questions. Firstly, where the fuck's Barlam? Secondly, why is his house so dark? Does that help? A little bit. Not a lot. Longhouse vibes, but with a bit more subdivision than I would expect. He might be in the basement. He is. Ah, Stagfather's shrine in his bedroom, huh? Interesting. I can't persuade him to get up and talk to me. No, okay. We'll go outside, wait, kick him out of bed and see how we do then. Hello, kitty cat. Looks like I may not be entirely forgiven then. She came up looking for fish today and did not get any. She hasn't quite forgiven me for that from the look of it. She did get fish for breakfast. She did get fish elsewhere, so she's not done so badly. Glenna says the Stugfather can be freed from the Wyrdness.
Maybe he can, but so what? Gudry won't survive the process either way. Besides, if you ask me, it was foolish of my ancestors to bring that god here. They didn't know what they were doing or what the consequences would be. And now we, their descendants, are the ones left to deal with it. If they'd known what would happen, I'm sure they'd have left him back in the homelands. We need to get rid of that damn thing once and for all. Even if it means the woods stay empty and the hunt runs dry. I won't let my people live in fear anymore. For too long, my predecessors let that old witch manipulate them.
I knew he was going to say that. Glenna claims that Stugfather of the Svein tribe will lose its identity. Why do you want to get rid of the Stugfather? You don't believe in him anymore?
Hard not to believe in something you saw with your own eyes. And now that I've seen what he's capable of, I know there's no place for him in Avalon. We made a mistake keeping him alive with our faith. If we manage to rebuild the tribe, we'll do things differently. We might not be the greatest hunters anymore, but at least we'd be alive. Besides, no one can take our skills away from us.
Yeah, it might take your ability to, have something to hunt now from Sanders. Glenna thinks the tribe will lose its identity.
It's true. We pride ourselves on being the best hunters in the land. And at the root of that pride lies the horned god and the supposed grace he once gave us. But if the old god failed us, we'll find ourselves a new one. At least those who feel the need to can. I'm not worried about the Svein identity. There are so few of us left.
You don't test your strength against a god?
Not on my own, of course. I need your help. We need to break free from this curse once and for all. Do this for me, and the full strength of the Svein will stand with the voice of the tribes.
Yeah, about that. You don't have a great deal of strength.
It won't. We know too much already, and that's thanks to you. I won't lie. Your fight will be the toughest. But you've faced worse before, haven't
My
you?
god, not as far as
Let
I
me
know.
when you're ready. It's time to end this madness once and for all.
He does make a good argument, though. Yeah. I guess it can't be too much in her bad books. Normally about this time she goes and curls up next to her missus having had her dinner. She's come up here instead today, so... I also left the house, or we both left the house at the same time, so she wasn't very happy about being home on her own. It's not been a good day for the cat, apparently. Or in her view, I'm sure. He's fine. Mostly grumpy. Alright.
Fate has
Mention the unrealm of the
It's
hunt.
the horned god's domain, a place where time does not flow, beyond the reach of humankind. Once it was lush and alive, where the hunt was sacred, wild, pulsing with green and the crimson of blood, teeming with beasts and birds in the boughs. I doubt it still is. Until we meet again.
Well, yeah, looks like he's having a bad day, that fella. Hmm. Right. Let's see how we do. Definitely not a lush and verdant
By what
land.
right do you tread in my realm, blasphemer?
Come to kick your ass.
Who dare stand before me unbidden? I heard the call. I answered it, as I have done for centuries. And the moment I stepped beyond my realm, the weirdness consumed me. The hunt that began then was unlike the hunts I behold through the eyes of my followers. I was the hunter, they the prey, and I felt in that moment as if it had always been so. Only those who summoned me were hidden from my sight. The Svain owe me obedience. Such is the law of nature, eternal and binding. It is they who gave me form through their faith. Without me, the Svain are no more. So tell me, will you strike down the strength of a tribe with your own hands? Or will you spare them what they are. I cannot refuse the challenge. But know this. No god is fated to fall by a mortal's hand. Die with honor, my prey. Forget me. And that is the true death.
You killed him. You have no idea what you've done. He was our beginning, our meaning. You ripped the heart out of our tribe.
Right, try that then. Seems my interface is struggling, which is a bit disappointing. It's not lasted as long as the last one did. It just, yeah. Well, the last one I had issues because to keep unplugging and replugging in cable, and then eventually the jack wore out because of it. This one just has stopped receiving input or something, and it needs unpowering and repowering apparently to make it work again. That's a bit weird. Thank you for the shout there. Appreciate that, Carl. Yeah, it might just need drivers repairing maybe, but we'll see what happens. Your ritual could have failed. Death stops the Stagfather for good. If I hadn't killed the Stagfather, he would have killed me. You'll find another god. That's a really callous response. Your ritual could have failed. Death stops the Stagfather for good. Yeah.
Yes, but with his fury, our faith died too. Our strength, the memory of our ancestors, will survive.
How you doing, Steve?
But not as fine. Go. I have no more words for you.
Yeah, sorry about that, huh? By sorry, I mean tough titties. That's very, very cool, though. Fortunately, not a good end for that fella. Well, an honourable end, but not the one you'd want, really. It's much more illuminated. Now the Stagfather hath been slain. In this. No, I don't have the spellings thing equipped anymore, do I? I assume Barlam will want to chat. I'm sure I have a great deal of faith in Barlam's leadership on the whole, but he was right on this point, I think, or he had a good point here. Stagfather is dead. I decided you were right.
You made the right choice. Thanks to you, we can now rebuild the tribe on our own terms.
What happened to the Sven tribe now?
Hard to say, but we'll decide together. I propose moving to the capital since it's nearly empty. We can hunt anywhere, and this place, it'll always remind us of the massacre the Stagfather and his fanatics brought upon us. I believe it's time we stepped out of the shadows and tried to unite with the other tribes.
Will you go to the moot?
Yes, I will. Even though only a few of us remain, the Svine tribe will honor the old traditions and support our brethren with the strength of our arms. Perhaps what awaits us now is death at Kamelot's hand, if the Council of Elders decides to go to war. We no longer have a god to aid us in battle or in our struggles with the world. But you know what? So be it. Better to die in battle than to keep hiding in the woods like animals. It's time for the Svine to reclaim their rightful place among the Delrida.
One down. I got a hefty spear for it. Two-handed. Chance to stun. That is definitely a hefty spear. Though it looks less hefty in this format. It's the block. Actually not opposed to that really as a the weapon. It's not very quick, that's the thing though. I think I'd still put, well, mind you, that could be affected with certain stats, I'm sure, but it's quite a bit cooler than I was anticipating. So, one tribe sorted. Next one to do. Need to check if I've got enough frost grot mucus. The tribe. The other tribes. That is divided before. I don't know which tribe it is, but we'll probably hit them next. Let's sell a few bits and see how we do. Wrong way. This whole tribe's down to like half a dozen people now. Maybe 8. Might be 8 of them. Or 9. Still, it's not exactly a lot. Right. We have 2 versions of that. Okay, we'll get rid of one of them.
As you can see, I've...
How's my cash looking now? Better. It's not great, but better. Right here. Let's toss some cobwebs in there. We'll do a quick level up. Do a bit of identifying. Immaculate item, huh? Sword axe +6, that's quite cool. Well, a Highland axe +3 and a gem of carrying. Ooh. Exquisite. And a forlorn axe +3. Highland axe is two-handed. Huh, interesting. Quite cool. Long axe is just a one-hander. Still quite cool. Not as cool. So I shall go and sell them. Wednesday it is!
I've seen it. Not special, but that one okay. What's that? As you can see, I've got a wide select.
Get a few upgrades on the go. So, start by attaching a relic here. What have we got? Encumbrance limit, max health, dash invincibility window. Ignites enemies, think like that. Stamina cost. Increases max health. Uses stamina cost while blocking. Stamina regen. Let's go with max health. Use for now. Royal slippers. We want encumbrance limit. Stamina usage while blocking. Enemies. Stamina cost for 4%. Max health for 5%. Stamina regen. I'll take the stamina regen, I think. I could stick another one on somewhere, but I'll leave that at that moment, because once again, I'm eat. Razor. There's a movie I know the name of, and I would recognise the villain. Or the... Oh, anyway, whatever you want to call it. I may have erred there. In fact, I think I did. There's my sparkly Healy spell. Don't need two of those. Let's have one of them out. Anyway, yeah, that wasn't that good. There it is. That was not what I wanted. I got the remove target to summon is cool. I actually wanted the heal there, I think, didn't I? Yeah. So I can grab onto that when I need to. Right. Leave that as is, I think. What we need some kind of snail goop, wasn't it? Whatever it was called. It wasn't snail goop, but it was something else. Frost Cup Mucus, that's it. I need 5 and I've got 3 currently. Okay. Let's go and sell a bit of this. A bit of this and a bit of that. And we'll move on. Does sound weird.
Business is
slow when your customers are dead. Yeah, true.
As you can see, I've got a
wide selection of fuck all, mate. Right. A lot of stuff out there, and I haven't got a clue how to get there yet. I think it's going to be that way, although it could be. It looks like it'd be that way, but there's no way to get here that I can see yet. Don't know. So what we're going to do, right here, we'll be out the gate, around that way, I think. Before we press on, I'm going to top my glass off. I think it's about that time. And this is probably a good pausing point for that. So, I will be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. If you need a bathroom break, this will be the opportune moment. I will be, yeah, about 2 minutes, I guess. Shan't be long. Let's leave you with that. Tunes. Quiet tunes, apparently. Are they actually... They are playing. They should look quite okay. Well, right. Won't be a moment. And we're back. And I am topped off, I think. Yes, cool. Right. Yeah. Thinking I like that BRB video. The sort of really narrow letterbox on it is actually kind of cool in a way, I think. Different, innit? So we're going to ride all the way around, up into the snow, straight on past the junction, and up between the mountains. Cool. We'll see what happens along the way, I guess. Sort of deer that I could hunt. I don't think I really need to right now. Quite a nice landscape up here. Interesting thing up there. We're pushing on this way. Do a bit of fighting. Stand still, you wriggly barsel. Gotcha, you little fecker. You can get up here shooting me in the back. With that ass hat to there. You didn't get to dodge shit, did you, buddy? Another Stagfather shrine, huh? Rimshade. Gotcha. Ooh, that guy's considerably larger. Is he, or is he just a bit different? Weird that guy didn't want to die. I mean, not weird that he didn't want to die, I suppose. Weird that I couldn't make him. Severing Ray, you should be way more powerful. Should be the most powerful spell I've got. In theory. We'll see how we actually get on with it. Allegedly, I still have a spell effect on there that I don't think I should have. Allegedly. Thought we were coming up on a goblin village of some kind there. It appears not. What is this? It's a fella in some cool robes. You, sir, hand over your robes at once. They're cool. Mostly for the sake of my transmogging.
I thought I heard it here
It's
once.
a cool outfit. I like it.
Soft, like a crack in the air before storm. But it slipped away. Again. Did you hear
It does have
it?
an epic tash too. Don't know. What did you hear?
Something we lost before we knew how to miss it. It shaped the way the rivers bend. The way trees lean into the wind. It's still out there, just harder to hear. I'm trying to hear the perfect thought. What remains of it? at least. It was the first true thing. We were made from it. We remember only the weight of its absence.
Perfect thought.
It wasn't a word, and it wasn't a sound.
The Thewed Clan
It
mage.
was what
Cool.
came before
Does that mean
all.
I'm going to get access to his
Before
robes?
we knew how to shape clay and burn fields, before we named anything at all, before all that, there was a thought. Not a rule, not a command.
I like the look
Just
of those.
the rightness of a thing standing where it should stand. Growing where
Oh,
it
yes.
should grow.
Well, we'll see what the stats are like, but at the very least I'm going to transmog the life out of that thing. And why is this thought lost?
I don't think it meant to leave us behind. I think we forgot how to hold it.
And you know it's real.
Because it's the only thing that ever made sense. Everything else is broken. It's real because nothing else ever fit right after it was gone.
To find
Maybe
it.
nothing. Maybe the stones would sit straighter in the ground. Thank you for listening. My clansmen lost patience for me. A while ago. Here, take this. It might prove useful during your travels. Farewell.
Crushed Pilgrim's Bone. What does that do? +1 attribute points permanently. Nice. Definitely want his clothes though. His tash is pretty epic. Reminds me actually, I'm having a bit of a, not exactly a moral dilemma, but definitely a dilemma. That's creepy in a lot of ways. In some ways inclined, I've lost where the exit is. Oh, there it is. I'm toying with the idea anyway, as to whether or not one of my hero characters should have a mustache. Part of me thinks he should, but part of me finds it very difficult to reconcile the concept with that of a young-ish hero type. As in somewhere in his 20s. He'll probably look a bit older, but he's definitely going to be in his 20s. Yeah, as much as I like the idea, I'm having a hard time convincing myself that that's the right look. Get up on them bones. And then get a cool picture, maybe. I'm hoping. Don't know if there'll be enough dynamic range on that to actually be useful for me, but good to go. Well, let's have a big look down here, see if there's anything. Second there, I can actually see a bit more. Yeah, doesn't look like there is anything down the bottom there. Huh. I may have erred then in showing that. Does look kind of epic, but not really from the front. Don't show helmet on, hero is switched on. There's a castle type thing there I may check out, but first we'll go this way. channel one definitely doesn't work though. Get on your knees, sod. Don't seem to loot the guy, which is a bit weird. Let's see how loot anybody. There's definitely something strange. These guys don't seem to be dying. There's some kind of bug going on there. I might have to try restarting. Wriggly sod. You know, still marked as being alive. Probably this guy is the reason. Yeah, that guy's the reason. He would have rizzed him, I guess. Bear included, it would seem. Intriguing. Anything up in his very shelterless stick hut. So I get where you're going with this, but if you don't fill in the cracks, it's not going to keep you very warm, is it? A random memory there. A while back I watched a YouTube video of somebody building by hand from scratch an old medieval style wattle and daub hut, a mud hut thing. It was actually quite interesting. It looked surprisingly effective as, you know, the house design goes, given what it was. Yeah. So we can come around the other way. We go up here into their camp. Pretty cool, this whole area. I do find it a bit odd that they'd have lifts, but then again they have magic, so why wouldn't they have lifts? Good explanation as any, I think. Volca tribe village. Ogma the poet warrior. We wielded swords and gripped bloody axes. We watched our kin slain during the great conquest. We revelled in the glory of countless battles. Among us stood Ogma the poet warrior, adept in both combat and verse. The tender berserker, he captured the stark beauty of war in his songs. When he wasn't whacking dudes with a really big two-handed axe. Yeah, and quite some of them are quite good. Some of them are a bit like, what are you trying to pull here on them? You realise they're concealed in the editing is some questionable techniques, or at least some certainly not authentic techniques. This one was pretty much on point. I mean, tools were clearly a bit more modern made, but they were basically the same principle, you know. A sickle is still a sickle, even if it was made in a factory, you know. But if they start breaking, if you ever suddenly start suspecting they're using power tools, or it's like, all right, we're going to keep the rain from coming and make sure this roof is sealed using plastic sheeting. I have a funny feeling they wouldn't have done that a few hundred years ago. But, this one definitely did not pull any of that kind of stuff. It was quite cool.
Halt! No entry, outsider.
That guy's mind has never been violated by a thought in its existence, has it? Why is that?
Because I said so.
You sound like Brown.
Compliments will get you nowhere.
Where's this place?
You don't even know where you're trying to barge in. You're either very brave or terribly stupid.
Or maybe I just want to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Tribe, and we don't need your kind wandering around, gawking like fools.
I'm going to leave for the moment. It's the Volga tribe. As we think that's probably... One of these will be the Theud. I guess I'll have to wait. Thing is... I'd like to get that outfit. I might do have a quick look, because I kind of want to get that outfit, the Theud. Yeah, wizard's robes or whatever. Theud robes. Location. So that's the Theud village down there. Okay, now the fuck do I get down there then? Well, there's a bridge that I can't cross. There's an ice flow that I can't get to. I think that's what it is. I guess the only thing I can see to do is the Ulfeder visit village. And there's a whole load of stuff back there that's quite interesting when the time comes. I don't know what it is. I assume it'll be relevant later, but it's too complete not to be. Yeah, it depends on striving a historical accuracy. This is true. When they kind of say, like, title it with something like that implies it's a historically accurate thing, and then it just blatantly isn't. Having to go, you know what? It's a bit iffy. So that's probably the way, actually. But then, what about... There might be something there, actually. A couple of things we could try. Right. Yeah, sometimes you see titles like that are a bit weird. Primitive technology, is that? I'm going to write that down. Hang on. Yeah. Get my pen out. I was writing some other stuff down earlier as well. Oh, please tell me I haven't just... I have not. That's okay. Lost my page then. That would have been the end of the world. It's the last one I wrote in, but... I need that. Wibbly wobbly, wibbly wobbly. There we go. Primitive technology, in brackets, YT for YouTube. It's not lost on me the irony of primitive technology and YouTube in the same breath. Yes, I'm trying to be traditional when you see digger tracks. Yeah, that sort of thing is exactly what I'm talking about. Although the one that I did see was like, this is a traditional log cabin, and then they used a big old blue fucking plastic sheet to waterproof the roof. And I was like, yeah, but it's not really though, is it? At that point, it kind of spoiled it. A lot of it was quite good, but and then you see some that do really good traditional stuff as well. So yeah, That's one of the fun things about Wattle and Daub House. If you've got if you access to enough mud and grass and basically the space, you could actually build one without a great deal of difficulty, which is kind of not exactly the point, but you know what I mean. There's an old mine lift to get you across down to the level of the beach where you can cross the gap. That sounds about right. You tried to get down the cliffs and died. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking what we'll have to do is come in here and probably go that way. I don't think you can get here. Maybe you can, or maybe you can do it there, but I'm going to try this way first. Failing that, then I'll come around that way. And then I think there's a way down over here that I spotted that will then come back up, probably. Anyway, hold that thought. I'll come back to you later. Surprisingly strong wibbly-wobbly shield they've got going on here. I'm kind of curious about. Who the... Oh, you're my guy. Okay, that's Sir Bertolac. So, I'll go here, and I don't think I can get there, but we'll give it a go. Seedstone Mine. Oh, interesting. Facing that direction, it should be on the left, this sort of way. I feel like my spell, for some weird reason, was not biting there. That was a bit weird. Yep, that looks like what I was looking for. Or one of the things I was looking for. Aha! That's 4 Frostgrip Mucus. Oh, there's another one. Zap. Where did you fly off to? Because you kind of shot the other direction and now I can't find you. Now! Yeah, buddy, buddy, buddy. We didn't go off the cliff because that would suck balls. Where did you go, you slime motherfucker? There you are. Weird. Oddly invisible. I have completely misread that. Aha! You lift. And it works. I thought it was going to not work for me then. That was easier than expected. That should severely shorten my journey. Significantly rather, not severely. Severely is a whole other thing. And I just fell through the lift. That's not ideal. Come back, you! No! That platform hit the ground very hard. It looked like it did anyway. Speaking of things that hit the ground very hard. Fucking hell. Cease your elevating, yes. Come back here at once. This time, if you'd be so kind as to be, you know, solid. Ah! That's some serious drink. Drank? Jank. Okay, now I can't even speak now. Right, so we're going to take a swing around this way because I don't want to go in there right now. Call of the Winter Moon. What's the deal with that? I see. Find Davna. Keep seeing a bunch of little statues and stuff like this knocking around. I don't know what to make of them. My eyes itching now. Yeah, definitely some need for a safety review of some kind, I feel. So I think if we come around here, well, we'll see the bridge that I can't cross. There's also be a big old sword here sticking in the ground. Somewhere. But I also won't be able to cross, I'm sure. There's a very solid looking magical barrier there. There's the sword. I assume we'll find out more about where these forlorn swords came from. At some point. Yeah, I'll check out the bridge. Which be here with a big hole in the middle of it. Yeah, I don't think I can quite make that jump. It's a bit far. More statues and a dude. I'll probably come back to him though. I wish there were more options for map markers. Would be nice. I feel like somewhere here might be a way down, although it also continues under there, which begs a set of other questions as well, like maybe it'll come out there. We shall see. A lonely frozen house. Does not seem like a... Like in the kind of setting and technology level that we have here, seems like that will be a very, very, very difficult to keep warm. Big Disney. I feel like I've heard those names. Elevator pass. Yeah, I feel like this is going to take me round and down, isn't it? Yeah. The map does hint at it. I think this is the order I'm supposed to do this in. Not that it should matter, but still. I see a cool set of wizard's robes and I beeline for them. Speaking of, I'm thinking if I were to do a Skyrim playthrough, I probably would go for a wizardly build. I've never really fully committed to a wizard build before, I don't think. And it would involve, on the whole, much less need to spec into smithing. Which is, you know, it's a great skill tree and you can make some of the, well, through crafting it and make yourself weapons far more powerful than anything else in the game, really. But it is extremely time consuming and relatively grindy, so yeah, going for spellcaster might be a good way of avoiding that grind. I feel like it did go around, but maybe also kind of ignored a lot of stuff. There's a little bit of wibbly wobbly, hand wavy. You just got there about that. Yeah, definitely want to make sure it's somewhat viable, I think. You not play as a wizard either. I've done a bit of wizardy stuff, and I have done, like, started one, but I never really committed fully to it. It could be fun. Is that Assassin's Creed there? Sounds like Assassin's Creed. Oh, gobbed on. Stuck on that frog face. Shrine of Croakmore. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Requires 3 Croakmore skin, but will give me 50 encumbrance limit. That's actually not that bad. Maybe I won't regret it then. But I'm not going to do it because I don't currently have that stuff. And still a lot of mods that overhaul the magic system. Yeah, I don't know if I've got any that overhaul it, really. I don't know that I'd want to do that anyway yet, because I want to kind of commit to it a bit more and play through with the existing one before I start messing with it, you know? Winding path. Doesn't have quite so much margin for error, this spell, but it is particularly powerful, so there may be a reason for that. Here's a scoreboard, need to finish Cyberpunk, then do Assassin's Creed and get that finished. I need to keep you busy, Steve. I was very impressed with my last playthrough of Cyberpunk. To be fair. Phantom Liberty is a fucking great expansion, to be fair. Credit where it's due and all that. It is really good. Stone Warden's Vault. The horse might get up here, but I feel like on foot might be wiser. Ooh, 2 attributes, nice. 2 attributes and I have 1 level up per se. Okay. Cool. The crit heavy wizard is just a bit more powerful. Bottomless, huh? Ooh. Ooh. The gymnast, are you? Certainly cartwheeled when he died. If he pushes everything up. Yeah, it does help to accelerate things. Sure, what's occurring here? I'd like to go back down again. That was interesting. A huge spell to get you in and out, I guess. Will it let me back down again? No, it doesn't look like it will. If I go this way, I'm gonna... can die, aren't I? Wasn't done having a poke around. Didn't feel like it was anyway. Feel like proverbial cat. Also, there's nothing here anyway. Yep. Da-da-da. That's the conjuration. Reanimate thrall, huh? Some interesting possibilities. Yeah, there's some good options for summons, and that was kind of what I was thinking. Summon something tanky to pull the aggro and then stand back and rain the pain from a distance. Would seem like the most appropriate wizardly way to go, wouldn't it? This is very cool. Druidic Shrine, the last one. No wonder I was going to have a hard time finding this. Oh, I've got 5 frostcut mucus. Have some bone meal. I finally have Fine Lash. Not expecting that. AoE. Lashes out with poisonous vines. It's a trap. Go the other way. That looks like it might be fun. See how that does. Interesting. May or may not be cool. Very druidy. Permanent Daedra follows, not bad way to go. Sanguine Rose is quite good in that way as well. Thin and scraggly Tash. You're throwing back to a very way back conversation there, Steve, because I feel like that was quite some time ago. You might be lagging behind a bit. It's currently 10:30, incidentally, just in case you are lagging way behind.
Heralds the end of our vigil.
Walker in the Wyrdness? Now, how would you know that?
Skuld sees the Wyrdness flowing through you. He is impressed. He offers his help and counsel. A swirl of colors surrounds your soul. It's a beautiful sight.
I've got to say, a thin and scraggly Tash? Not particularly heroic, though, is it? What vigil are you on about?
The Thoid tribe longs to dream Mother's dream. It is our greatest desire, our deepest happiness. Mother told Senja, Skuld's sister, when the one who walks in the Wyrdness arrives, then your time will come, my children.
The tree's cool.
You will fall into the sleep, and we will be together forever. Everyone aids Senja in her dreaming, except Chieftain Ingvi and your humble servant, Skuld. Because of this, Mother's grace flows upon us all, and Senja's sleep remains strong and true.
You got to transmute spell loads of ore to turn to gold and create loads of potions to sell. Use that to behave with us to trade level 50. Yeah, I often use the transmute thing and I turn a heck of a lot of stuff to gold and then convert gold and all the gems I'd found along my way into the most valuable jewellery I could to level smithing as fast as possible. And then once you've got shitloads of really valuable jewellery, I'd then go and enchant it with the most valuable enchantments I could put on it. And that would level your enchantment quite rapidly as well. It's kind of a bit of a process there. So everyone will seek to accept you and the chieftain?
Yes, Walker in the Wyrdness. Thanks to you, they will fall into true sleep.
You mean they're going to die?
May Mother's light shine upon the moment of your arrival.
All a bit weird. But who's your mother?
Mother is everywhere. You can see her image there, towering over our lands. We long to surrender to her. In her warm embrace, we will find eternal shelter.
Not bad going, Steve. I think I'd go down that road, though. It's very exciting from a streaming standpoint. Eternal sleep sounds an awful lot like dying.
Skuld is not worthy to reveal Mother's secrets, not even to the Walker in the Wyrdness. If Chieftain Ingvi decides to tell the Walker more, then it shall be done.
Yeah, levels your speech and gets you a metric butt ton of gold as well at the end of it, which is also not a bad thing to have. Yeah, the food village. Me. There's only these two guys, so I hope one of them's got friggin' stuff to trade. Interesting. Guess that's effigy he was referring to. Well, the questing beast made that little noise and I was like, oh yeah, it's a bit like the cat. Looked over at the cat. Jesus, just lying very comfy on the sofa and eyeballing the absolute shit out of me underneath the monitor. I couldn't see her eyes until I just stuck my head there, and then she's just like, at me. It's a pretty. Seems like a bit of a risky glitch to engage with, that one. Interesting. Nice. Yingling?
You are here, Walker in the Wyrdness. Your arrival heralds change.
You're the chieftain? Strange lady?
I am Ingvi. May my stature not surprise you. For the Thoid, it is what you bring to the tribe that matters. I bring myself, my skills, and my devotion. I am my tribe's servant.
Yeah, that's fair enough, Gary. Let's focus on levelling up what I need, and if I'm not going to use it, it matters, doesn't it? Saves you a lot of hassle right there. Voice of the tribes calls you to the moot.
I've heard the voice, but I cannot answer its call.
You don't
The
say.
members of the Thoid tribe are preparing to fall into sleep, and it is my duty to ensure their safety while they do.
Tell me of this sleep.
We sleep to dream the mother's dream. It is
How
sacred
weird.
to the Thoid. Until now, only Senya has dreamed,
I like that
and
name,
before
Senya.
her, a long line of devoted and sensitive Thoid warriors.
Sensitive, eh?
Through the dream, we commune with our guardian giant, the one we call Mother. Now Mother wishes for all of us to join her. She promises to protect us from the Wyrdness.
Does she now? It's not sus at all. And how's the dream supposed to protect you from the weirdness?
Mother promises that the strength of the Thoid's united dreaming will repel the Wyrdness and encompass the entire Forlorn Swords.
Seems mighty
By
convenient, that.
embracing the dream, the Thoids will protect not only themselves, but all of the Delrida too. The Thoids have long believed the world is heading towards self-destruction, and we
You
are
ain't
now on
freaking
the
right.
brink of the end times. If there is a way to prevent that, we will do everything in our power to make it so.
What makes you think the dream will help?
We are not sure, but we have faith. It has to be enough.
Now, why are you so sure the end is near? Well,
We became certain the moment you set foot in our lands. Your arrival was foretold by Mother. She said that when the Walker in the Wyrdness arrives, it will be time to fall into the sleep. Through our dream, we will save ourselves from the end of days.
it's the only way to help the tribes. I'm trying a different right.
You are the Walker in the Wyrdness. You can do far more than we ever could.
That's
We
a
have
classic
tried
one, Steve.
everything. Magic, diplomacy. Some of us even joined One Eye's rebellion. But it wasn't enough. We needed Mother to show us the way. She said that only by joining her dream in another realm can we truly affect the reality we know.
The tribe worships a giant?
The Gunvalder tribe did the same. They worshipped their giant too. We believe King Arthur entrusted us with his crown for a reason. There's always been a special bond between the Delrida and the giants, going back to the Age of Legends.
Perhaps Arthur could prevent you from falling into sleep.
Perhaps. He was the only man who could speak to the giants as an equal.
He was a fairly large
But how
fellow.
can we find out now? The king is dead, and he's not coming back.
Hi, Carl.
This is our last chance to make a difference. We need to trust Mother.
Yeah, about the not coming back thing. That's kind of why I'm here. And how does the crown work?
That's not widely known. But we have our own theory.
You put it on the
We
head,
believe Arthur
and
bound
it looks
his essence to the
shiny.
crown, which allowed him to communicate with the giants and gain their allegiance. However, you can't bind your essence to another being without mastering the Wyrdness first. That's why we believe Arthur must have uncovered the secrets of the Wyrdness, unlocking the mysteries of the Fore-Dwellers long before he forged his allegiance with the giants.
Do you wish to join them in the dream?
I will keep watch until everyone enters the land of the dreaming. Once they fall into sleep, I'll decide whether or not to join them. I may simply become a nameless, tribeless Delrida.
Don't sound very convincing. So you put everyone asleep and disappear.
I did not say that. I'm only saying I haven't made my final decision yet.
How is the word nightly held up for review? Good question. To fail the tribe, will you come to the moon?
How do you think you can help us?
Nighty, rather.
Can you do more than walk the Wyrdness? Can you walk through dreams too? If that's the case, I won't stop you from entering. Mother will decide if you're of use to her. But don't you dare harm her, even if you can. If you do, you'll have the entire Thoid tribe against you. That much I'm sure
weird.
of.
Okay, I'll see what I can do then.
As you wish, Walker in the Wyrdness. I won't make any decisions about the dreaming until you return with answers. Or the will of the Mother.
She's oddly blasé about this whole state of affairs. So how am I to enter the dreaming? Be the question. Like that, apparently. That's pretty cool looking. Before I do that, let's have a quick poke around this village, see if it's anything else that's particularly appealing. Everybody else is supposed to be asleep, so there shouldn't really be anything going on, but... It's Gould and Senya's house. I've got a feeling I know what that word might mean, Steve, and probably another feeling that I wish I didn't. It's quite a nice house as well. Tea bed. Tea bed. Plate I don't need. These guys must be Korean. I've got a lot of canine meat knocking around. The storage in the cellar. Ooh, food Dreamwalker boots. Yeah, look quite cool. Regen and casting speed. Cool, but not really the thing that I want. I mean, I won't... transmog with them. I probably will do that, but I don't think I'm going to find any more Dreamwalker pieces in the cellar. Surprised I found any, but I'm not going to find two. We're not in this house at all. Drill a hole in a Tupperware dish. No, not quite that. Though, weirdly not as far away as you'd like it to be either. Thim and Sidara's house. Sidara's got a cool name as well. Thrim's not bad, but Sidara's cool. Not close, but a little close. That's where I came in, is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, getting somewhat close to the name of one of my characters. Picked up the bucket instead of kicking the bucket. I went to sleep, and when I woke up, all my wine was gone. Wonder how that happened. Somebody snuck in while you were asleep and nicked all your booze. And also your food. Yeah, they're not doing their sleepy thing in their houses, are they? Yep. It actually goes a little further south than just Scotland these days. They use the term in the lakes as well. Or a slightly more differently accented version of it, I guess. I guess one would say. Ah. What's up here, if not their sleeping giant? Be their sleeping giant. They appear to be doing a little bit of sacrifice on there. Not sure I can approve that. It's both cool and creepy as fuck. What was a plane that I could slide in? Maybe it was something. Must have been something else. Well, it's nearly 11 o'clock, isn't it? So I'm not going to find anything I can sell here, I don't think. Anybody to sell stuff to? Selling yourselves, okay. I did thoroughly get myself turned around then. Huge village. I don't think this is where I came in, is it? Is it? Maybe it is. No. I'm very confusulated. Now that's where I came in. This is the other side. Yeah, where are the bridges? Okay, cool. I feel like the thieves village has been here longer than the bridge has been broken then. Which would make a certain amount of sense. Let's beg the question why it has never been fixed. Presumably because the tribes are not that friendly with each other and don't have a great deal of interest in it. So he's answering his own question. Totem is quite cool. Get out here. A dead end. Chirp, chirp. Let's go here and sell some bits. And we can drop a save, can't we? The way his head turned was really kind of creepy. I think we're kind of good. Okay, what we got? Bloodstone and Champion's Long Spear. Kamelot Soldier's Gladius. Reflex Bow. Red Death Sword. Lawn Axe. A Red Death Sword that's one-handed, huh? I remember it being a two-handed version. That's kind of cool. Let's have a look at that. It's a not very nice, very, very crudely made, beaten up sword with a bandage on it and some blood. Exciting. The Champion's Long Spear, I think I've already seen one of those. It's just a basic winged spear. It's not that long either. It's an average length spear, actually. Still. It's nice. Let's bounce back. We'll tackle the thieves tomorrow. It's not the size of spirits where you stick it. Well, this is often the case. That runic circle appeared rather late. It says Murder on Demand is my currently active quest. It shouldn't. It should be Sleep That Never Comes. But for one shiny day, it is nearly 11 o'clock. So we'll pursue that next time. Yeah, that's cool. Changed my whole plan based on the fact that I saw one robe on a random guy that I happened to be riding past, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Fashion over function, form over function. Definitely the way forward. Yeah, enjoying that. Going to push on with it tomorrow, I think. Speaking of tomorrow, tomorrow's Thursday. Oh yeah, I've got a couple of things to do tomorrow, but hopefully, I'll get that video put together. We'll see how my day progresses and stuff, but that's my plan. As I've finally got the footage together for, well, actually I've got a whole bunch of footage for potential best builds videos. So I need some extra bits here and there, but we're a lot further along than we were, so that should be cool. So hopefully we'll do that tomorrow, and I guess Friday I'll start, or hopefully tomorrow, but could be tomorrow, but probably won't be, but Friday I guess we'll start on a new camp build, which I'd like to have up on Saturday, but will probably be Monday. It'll probably take me longer than that to actually do the thing. But I know what I'm going to build. Well, I know where I'm going to build. I'm not 100% sure. I've got a vague picture in my head. I'll have to see. Yeah, I've kind of got a picture in my head, so we'll see how that goes. How are you doing, Ferry? Yeah, so at the very least, early next week there should be a camp build. Kind of slowed up a bit this week because, yeah, not much going on and stuff. I have not played Invaders from Beyond at all during the last week. There's posted something today that made me think there might be new rewards on it. But at the same time, I haven't heard anything about that. And, oh, hello, kitty cat. Yeah, so I just haven't bothered engaging. There's a kitty cat. I don't think you can see very much even if I zoom out, but you see an eyeball. There you go. It doesn't quite fisheye, but it almost does there. Blessed at the end there. Say hello to everybody, Molly. Give a wave. You do not give a rat's rear, do you? Curious about the microphone, huh? Yeah. Working up and coming from a bit of attention, have you? Yep, and yawning. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Like I say, there's not much going on, and playing with Invaders from Beyond really does not appeal to me all that much. She's climbing under the monitor. OBS and everything's on there. It was like sitting behind my behind that monitor and behind the it zoomed in further than I thought it was, you know. Yeah, that's fine. That's better. Cheers. I thought I might be down to the cat lying on the thing, but I think it's probably just a coincidence. I'll have a look at the drivers in a minute. Yeah. Remember how the feck device manager, isn't it? So that's up. There we go. Now I should remember. No, she has not set on anything or bust anything. It's just bust anyway. I think it's just some internal thing that's cutting it out. It's not the I don't think it's actually the interface. It's definitely not the wire in the back, which is the only thing she could have messed with. Well, other than the knobs on the front, but she didn't. So, yeah, I don't know if it's a driver thing or it's just my PC being a hunk of shite and slowly dying. I wonder how much I blame Microsoft for on that one, because, yeah, it's like less than a month now until Windows 10 is withdrawn and they want to force an upgrade, but they also turn around and say, yeah, your PC's not good enough to do Windows 11, so you need a new PC. Were you going to buy me a new PC, Microsoft, so that I can upgrade? No? I'll go eat a dick then. Fucking villains. Oh well. What can you do? Anyway, yeah. Like, I don't know if there are any rewards for Invaders from Beyond, but it did seem rather like Bethesda might be hinting at it on the socials today. But I haven't played Invaders from Beyond at all this week. Every time it's come up as a challenge, complete Invaders from Beyond, I've gone, nah, can't be asked to deal with that, and just re-rolled it. Which I also did earlier today, and did all my challenges earlier today. Apart from, I haven't finished drinking all the Nuka-Colas I need to drink, because it's Nuka-Cola Cranberry, Nuka-Cola Dark, and they just haven't been dropping in sufficiently large numbers for me to actually finish that off yet. I need 5 of each. I think I'm about 3 of each in. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. I think, though, I'm going to find some chill for the evening. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to chill and do. Might watch something. I'm not going to write because I'm not in the mood for that. I don't know. I've been trying to figure out what the next major chunk of my writing is going to be, and I've kind of more or less percolated on that now. Cogitated. Hello, Molly Cat. You right look there, aren't you? You want some attention, don't you? No. Yeah, so I'll figure out how that goes as well in the next little while. Anyway, more Tainted Grail tomorrow. As I say, Best Builds video hopefully coming tomorrow. She's flicking her ear like something's annoying her. I'll get those looked at next time when I take her to the vets. Shouldn't be too terribly long. Have fun, Jim. Yeah. Best Builds video soon, and then early next week, probably, hopefully the weekend, but early next week's more likely, we'll have a new camp build up. There is a hair stuck to my tripod and I can't get it. It's annoying me. Oh, so yeah, should be cool. Anyway, for now, thanks for a good rest of your evening. Look after yourselves, stay safe, don't work too hard, all that good stuff, and like, subs, notification bell. Stop playing with the wires, kitty cat. No, 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 no. She's kind of pulling at wires and hanging off the back of the desk. Yeah, like, subs, notification bell. Social media links in description, and channel memberships, and playlists if you want other stuff to watch. And yeah, we'll be back at Tainted Grail tomorrow. Well, yeah, I was thinking, in terms of if we get this done and we have some time to spare, which is big ifs, and doing a spooky season type stream, assuming we've got enough time to do it in, Resident Evil Village might be a possibility, because it's our next Resi game to play, isn't it? So we'll have to see about that. Anyway, with that enticing thoughts as a big old question mark, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Night. Right.